Welcome back to the Entrepreneur Mindset Podcast. As an entrepreneur, it's understandable that you're looking to achieve greatness on your own terms. After all, it's your vision, it's your drive, it's your passion that fuel your business every day. It's probably why you left your 9-to-5 or are working on leaving your 9-to-5. You want to achieve a profitable, sustainable business, create a profitable and sustainable business on your own terms. However, the ultimate key to launching that sustainable and profitable business is creating a supportive community that's going to help you achieve your goals. Today, we are going to talk about community and why it's so important. I know that you probably know that community is important, but have you really dug into that at all? Have you really thought about it? Beyond, community is important. Have you really taken the time to nurture and surround yourself with a community that will help you achieve that sustainability and profitability that you've got listed on your vision board? Today, we're going to dig into that. I'm Dr. Moore, a college psych professor, homeschooling mom, and entrepreneur, and I've spent the past 10 years learning how to balance everything. Here on the Entrepreneur Mindset Podcast, I'll share the ins and outs of maintaining a growth mindset and saying hello to grit, that thing that will get you to your long-term vision despite challenges and busy schedules. After all, you got into business to do more good in the world, right? So let's get started. Running a business can feel really grueling sometimes, can't it? Not only are you working to create your offer, you're building a list, you're nurturing your connections, new and long time, you are adjusting your messaging, your marketing, you're learning new approaches to engaging your clients, and all while still trying to get some sleep at night. When I first started my business, I didn't know what I didn't know. I think we can probably all say that. I honestly thought that if I followed a few simple approaches, simple steps, I would get to profitability pretty quickly. Luckily, my husband knew a little bit better. I wish I could take credit for this, but he knew from day one that I would need a community of entrepreneurs for support and opportunities to learn and grow. When I started listening to him, which I do regularly, we've been married almost 20 years, I realized that he was right. When I started listening and I started to make some shifts, when I started getting active in my entrepreneurial community, I noticed that a lot of things changed. I was able to implement new ideas faster. I was able to get unstuck with greater ease. I was starting to really create offers and create sellable things in record time. This process that I'm going to start sharing with you today and continue sharing with you over the next couple of weeks and through an upcoming masterclass that's happening on April 26th, I'm going to walk you through this process that I've used throughout my career as a course creator. Good thing that my husband was paying better attention to what I knew worked than I was. I couldn't have, on day one of building a business, put my finger on what I needed, but he had his finger on the pulse the whole time. And once I took a step back, it was so much easier to see the process. But that's the thing. You can't see processes with the same clarity when you're inside the moment, can you? It's very much like reading the label of the water bottle from inside the bottle. So today, and for the next few episodes, I want to dig into this concept of community, help you get your mind wrapped around what community really is, how it can help, how to foster and use a community for your benefit and for the benefit of those community members as well. And really to start building that business in a way that allows it to be sustainable. I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs who are coming to entrepreneurship in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and the idea is that they want to be an entrepreneur into their 60s, 70s, 80s, and the way they can do that is to create something that is sustainable right now so that it continues to grow and meet their needs throughout their career and their life. That's one of the fun things about being an entrepreneur. You get to set your business up to suit your needs. And one of the best ways to be able to do that is really to make use of community. Now, sometimes when I say the word community, and I can almost feel some of you doing this right now, you get that cringy look on your face and you kind of shrivel up a little bit because it gets a bad rap sometimes We all know people who have been burned by getting involved in a community, or maybe you've been burned by getting involved in a community. Someone took an idea, someone took all of the time and you got nothing back, all of these things, right? But here's the thing. That's one small smidgen % of the total experiences of being part of an entrepreneurial community. It is almost always undervalued by entrepreneurs. It is, however, 100% critical to success. So let's talk about this concept of community. Leaning into a community really has quite a few different benefits and very few downsides. So let's start this conversation today. Like I said, it's going to continue over the next few episodes. I really want to help you find that path forward, so that whether you're creating your next course or your membership or a coaching offer, you are doing it with the greatest ease possible. And 15 years of course creation has taught me that one of the key elements of creating ease in your business is community. So let's talk about some of those benefits that pop up when you are part of a community. First up, and in some ways most important, leaning into a community that aligns with your business, your values, your mission, your purpose. It can help you fight feelings of being alone or loneliness, sometimes feeling like a failure, that self-doubt that pops up when you work alone at home in your home office. You're the only one there. It's me, myself, and I. From offering you insight or advice or feedback to holding you accountable to stay on track towards your goals, a community really can be such a powerful tool for entrepreneurs. I don't know about you, but when I open up a blank Word document to begin a new course or a website page or an email sequence, it's really easy for imposter syndrome to pop up and rear its ugly head. It's really easy to think, who am I to be doing this? Or how am I ever going to get this done? When you have a community that you can reach out to for support, you can get back to work instead of getting stuck in doubt or indecision or just flat out unsureness of where you're going or what to do next. The second way of having access to a community of entrepreneurs is that you gain access to so many different resources, including skill sets and expertise and support that are essential when you're building your business. You also get to gain some new perspectives. You get to pull in some new motivation and insight from the people who are in the community who are on a similar path to success as you are. Y'all have heard me talk about being part of the Sell from Stage Elite program with Colin Boyd. And honestly, it's one of my favorite things in the world, especially as an entrepreneur. But even as a human being, I love being part of that program. The things that I learn on those coaching and peer mastermind calls always light up at least one new light bulb, usually an entire pack of light bulbs. Because what happens is I get new ideas for adjustments or ways of thinking about my business or things to do next or something to take away that's really not serving my business. But being part of those conversations, that community, means that I can see that with greater clarity. Much like turning a light bulb on, we see the room with greater clarity because now it's illuminated. Now, it does take energy and commitment, I'll be honest, to show up and actually talk to your community. I'm an introvert. Most of you know that. But it's worth it. It's worth the energy and the commitment. Never once have I walked away from a community call of some kind, whether it's a coaching call, a peer mastermind, and said, well, that was a waste of time. Never once. The reality is that when I show up and participate in those community conversations, I walk away with pages of notes that I take a little bit of time and I sort. I have a process. I use Good Notes on my iPad, so it makes it super easy. I sort through my notes and I file them away to use as I work toward different goals. So I'll sort out my notes and say, this one goes with that goal. This goes with that goal. That way I'm not getting tripped up on stuff I don't need today, but I'm keeping it filed away for something I need in 2 months. So it just enriches my business. So that was number two. That was reason number two. You gain a lot of access to different resources, skill sets, expertise, support, insight, perspectives, motivation. That brings us to number 3. You've heard me say it before, and I'm going to say it again and again and again and again, but today I'll just say it once. You never know when an authentic connection or relationship will turn into a collaboration, a referral, a potential new client opportunity. When you put your time and your energy into finding and connecting with the people in your community, you will be able to grow your business in ways you never thought possible. As a member of Stu McLaren's membership, we had a chance this past month in March to purchase a t-shirt where the proceeds would benefit charity. So I went in, and it was kind of a no-brainer for me because A, my purchase was going to benefit a charity, but B, the shirt said one thing and one thing only: we is greater than me. Let me say that one more time. We is greater than me. And as a math nerd, I loved the fact that it used the greater than symbol. It didn't say the actual words greater than. So I love it. And when I think about that principle, we is greater than me, I couldn't agree more. It's exactly why I'm in business, because I want to create that ripple effect. I want to work with others to help others build their businesses so that they can go out and do even more good in the world. It's why over the next few episodes, I'm going to be talking about community, the concept and the practice of community, because we are always better together than we are apart. Always. We are always better together. We can accomplish more. We can move more mountains. We can create more change, and we can do more good in this world. But that doesn't happen when we operate alone. So I hope that you're getting some goosebumps, good ones, the ones that have you excited and thinking about this new opportunity for your business, one that maybe you can start leaning into. So how do you start leaning into creating or leaning into a community of entrepreneurs who will help you build your business into something that is not only profitable, but sustainable as well? Remember, we want to build a business that is fun to operate, even in our 70s and 80s, if that's what we want to choose to do. So this week, because we're in a series of podcasts about community, I want this week to be a little bit more reflection-based for your action item. This week, I'd like you to keep a journal as you're working, and kind of maybe at the beginning and the end of each day, or maybe just at the end, whatever works for you. Keep a journal of the questions you've had about your business in that day, the challenges that you've experienced that maybe would have been easier to solve with help. If you're not sure if they would have been easier with help, still write them down. I want you to write down the times that you got off course and could have used some accountability. Now, I'm going to tell you a big example of this. Did you find yourself scrolling on social media when you didn't intend to? That's a big one. And then I want you to note down how you felt as a business owner. Let's face it, business is up and down. It's got a roller coaster of emotions, and we need to recognize those. But as we recognize the highs and the lows, it allows us to better understand where we could maybe use some help. When we have those highs, are we getting to share and celebrate with other people? When we're having those lows, are we getting stuck in those lows because something didn't work, or a promotion didn't go the way you wanted, or gosh, that webinar, it just isn't coming together the way you want it to, or maybe it's that sales page that's just frustrating you today? I want you to notice those lows, because that is also a sign that maybe we need a little bit of leaning into a community to help us manage that. Okay. By gaining awareness of what you're experiencing as an entrepreneur, so doing this journal exercise, it will be a lot easier to help you find a community that supports your needs and whom you can support as you lean in for help. So remember, a community is about give and take. We want to give and take. So start this week with a reflection on your business, what you've got going on, the challenges you've experienced, the questions you have about your business, when you've gotten off course and needed accountability, and how you're feeling, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. Next week, you'll need this list, so don't skip this step. Okay. What do you think? What do you think about community? Is it time to let go of that lone wolf mindset and embrace the power of community? Or maybe you've embraced community in the past, but you've kind of gotten out of the habit recently of leaning in. Or maybe you find yourself really active in your community, but you're not allowing them to help you. You are always showing up to help them. Remember, it's a give and take. There's a balance here. Regardless of where you are right now, you can take the next step forward and focus on leaning into the community, your community of entrepreneurs with each passing day. Remember, together, we have this opportunity to create a thriving ecosystem of entrepreneurship. It's a web, isn't it? When we connect with other entrepreneurs who are connecting with other entrepreneurs, who are connecting with clients, who are helping and doing good in the world, we all get to succeed. The world gets to succeed. And chances are, as an entrepreneur, one of the big things that you have on your vision board is doing more good in the world. This is part of that journey. Remember, the path to success, to sustainability, to profitability is not a solo journey. It is a collaborative adventure where we is greater than me. We is greater than me. Before we wrap up for today, I want to let you in on a little sneak peek, a little early action. On April 26th, I'm hosting a masterclass designed to help you build your course in record time and with ease. Now, you might be wondering, am I really a course creator? Yeah, chances are you probably are. If you are a coach, if you have a membership, if you have a workshop, if you have anything or a course that's sitting in Google Drive gathering dust, this is the masterclass for you. I want to help you learn how to build your course in record time and with ease. So without pulling all of your hair out or losing sleep. And if you haven't already guessed, community is part of that recipe. It's a big part of that recipe for getting your course finished and launched. We are also going to talk about 4 mistakes that most course creators make and how to get your course on track and launched. You can register for the free masterclass using the link that I'll pop into the show notes. So go ahead and save your seat today. Like I said, I haven't told anyone else about this yet. So you're kind of first to know. That's pretty fun. That's pretty neat. So thank you so much for listening. Get registered for that masterclass. The masterclass is happening on April 26th. I'm super excited. There's a pre-masterclass workshop that's going to come to your inbox. It is just a fantastic opportunity, especially if you are focused on getting your course or courses launched and out into the world so that they can do more good. And with that, I'll see you back here next week for another episode of the Entrepreneur Mindset Podcast, where a focus on mentoring, community, and implementation removes the overwhelm of building your successful and profitable business and adds in a dose of momentum. Until next time, have a healthy, safe, and happy week.